Right then, we are live, so welcome everyone. I will just wait for a few people to join the chat because I know I am early as usual. So yeah, what we're going to talk about today, well, first off, I wanted to talk about doing an inventory sweep or an inventory cleanup because that is coming around the corner for me. And also, I just thought we'll have some random questions and stuff from the chat as well. So feel free, everyone, and there's a few people jumping in the chat now. Feel free to whack any of your reselling related questions in the chat and I will get to them in due course. So we've got Peter popped in before the chat. I saw his message on the chat before and he said he wouldn't be able to join, so he's going to watch the replay. So yeah, hi Peter when you're watching the replay. Right, we've got SibK, we've got N Parker. I think I might have seen you in the chat before, but you might be someone new to the chat. Adam Kelsey, Mrs. Happy Dappy Michelle, George Ross, hi there George. Merry 3 days after Xmas, everyone. And Chris B. Right, so we've got a few people in the chat now, so I'll get going. Blimey, ad sounds all serious. Oh, I thought you made me panic then because I thought the sound was bad again. You know, like I was talking like a robot or something. But I have set my mic up today, so I was hoping that was all okay. Yeah, I am. I'm all serious today. I'm ready for, you know, a good serious Thursday Talks episode, reselling related. And we've got Paul Slade in there. Hi there. If ads mentions your name, you win a prize. No, you don't. No, you don't. Question: what two niches do you think will grow in 2018 and will fall in value throughout the next year? Oh my God, that is a very, very good question. I mean, I have a few thoughts about like certain like antique. You know, like antiques, collectibles, niches, things like that. Like, for example, but I wouldn't say next year, you know. Like, for example, in my eyes, no one in 20 years' time, when I'm like in my 40s and then I've got kids and then my mum and dad are older, I don't think there'll be very many people collecting pottery, or as many as the previous generation, or generations gone by. So I think really in the next 20 years I think we will see a dip in like pottery and collectible things like that. And it is a shame that I think that, and I do quite firmly believe that that will happen. Maybe not in a really drastic way, but I do think it is going to decline slowly because just think about it, people my age, my generation, there's not as many people interested in collecting pottery or antiques or things like that, or else it doesn't feel that way anyway. Maybe I'm wrong, but it doesn't feel that way. So you know, you talk to a lot of people who are in the antiques game, it's all people who are sort of 40 plus. You don't see as many younger people, but yeah, so I think something like that, but that's like super long term. That isn't next year. In terms of next year, I don't know. I can't really see clothing dropping off, but I think that what will happen with clothing is the market will get too saturated because there's a lot of people getting involved with clothing. I know people over in the US have talked about this as well. There's a lot of people getting involved with clothing, and the more and more sellers that come into the market might get that a bit flooded and stuff, but I think the demand will still be there. However, if there's too many sellers getting involved, you know, it's going to flood the market even if the demand or some demand is still there. So clothing could be one shorter term. I think it's still, you know, the higher end clothing, I think that's still going to be worth selling. But I'm talking like your more standard names, I think that's going to get flooded a bit more. But the thing is, if you have higher value items, no matter how many people try and get involved in that niche, those items are higher value because of a rarity factor, or because there's not as many of them. So even if there's like 1,000 sellers, if there's only a select group of these items in the world, you know, there's a select number of them and they weren't necessarily mass produced, then it doesn't matter how many sellers there are because the price is going to stay relatively the same. It might come down slightly, you know, okay, a few more people are finding them, but you know, with things like Bop Hits or board games and things like that, there's a lot of them. They're really, really mass produced, so the market gets flooded really quickly when more sellers come into the market. But with more unique items, things that have limited runs, things like that, they don't normally get saturated because they're a limited run, you know, they're harder to find. So yeah, I don't know, I could ramble about that for ages, but I don't quite know shorter term, but I could definitely give you some solid predictions, you know, really looking really long term. Right then, where are we? Afternoon, Soul Dan Funky says, afternoon from sunny Brighton, here with my mum, Nina, who is also a reseller. We're just going through some stock, trying to get the ka-chings in. I've been doing that this morning. I've been going through loads of stock. I've got tons of stock in the spare room really, so I need to go through it, sort it, and get some stuff on really, and then in the new year I can start buying a bit more again, but I can't buy knowing that there's loads of stuff in there. So yeah, I've been trying to work through it so that then I can get buying again, because that's a really fun bit. So yeah, I've been working through pottery. Got some vintage Action Man stuff down there, the remainder of that stuff that I'm continuing to list. I've been working through some silver plate, some brass, you know, loads of different things really. Hi all, any cool Xmas presents you want to show off, ads? Yes, I will show off your Xmas present that you got me, and I will be wearing it next week. I've not forgotten. I know, I'm a man, what's the word? I'm a man that holds, my word is my bond, that's what I'm trying to say. So, I'm a man that holds my word close to my heart, so yeah, I am going to wear it next week, but I will show it on camera in a minute. I'll wait for a few more people to get in, and then we've got a maximum amount of people in the chat so we can all have a laugh with it. Right, where are we? This, Hitman UK, this was my first Christmas as a reseller, do you mean? And had my best Christmas day, was shocked, yeah. Christmas Day was actually good for me. It was like 170 quid, which was way better than last year. I think last Christmas Day was like 60, 70 quid, something like that. I did make a couple of sales last year, but I don't think it was as good as this year. It might have been 100 quid or something, but it was just slightly better this year. So I was quite amazed at how many sales I had. But what I always think on Christmas Day is, when, you know, at the night time, when people have done all the activities in the day, they're sitting down on the phones, on the tablets, on the computers, and they're going to spend their Christmas money. Yes, okay, they might get physical money, but they've got money in the bank account that they can spend on Christmas presents, and then they'll just put that physical money into the bank account later on. So I do think that people, you know, with that extra little bit of money in their hands, they think, oh, you know what, I'll go online, see if I can't get something. So, and I think with the power of Amazon as well, with selling new and sealed stuff on Amazon this time of year, that is a very, very powerful thing, because people with Christmas money, yes, okay, there's going to be a good portion of them who are going to be frugal and who are going to shop on eBay and are going to buy used stuff, but there's also going to be a large percentage that are going to go with the Christmas money onto Amazon or onto eBay, but buy new stuff over used stuff. So yeah, it is, you know, it's a good time to be selling new and sealed stuff, even after Christmas, even well into January. I mean, all year round, new and sealed stuff is good if you get it at the right price, but certainly that November to January, November, December, January, October, okay, yeah, it does okay, but a lot of people say, like, you know, Q4 is October, November and December. Well, over my few years of experience, I'm now starting to believe that really Q4 is like November, December, January. My Octobers are okay, but to be honest, sometimes my January can be better than my October, or on par with my October. So yeah, now I'm starting to think to myself, well, November, December, January is kind of more Q4 than October, November, December. Sue's in there. Hi everyone, hope you all had a great Xmas. Yeah, it was good. You know, I had a little bit of a break actually. I've been having a break from packaging. I think I packaged like yesterday or something, but I had about 3 or 4 days break from packaging. That's the big thing for me really. Just doing a load of packaging. What's that? Oh. There's a Christmas present I got. I'll just show you. off my grandma. It's like a little Christmas tree decoration with the word Adam on that little book. So yeah, I had a break from packaging, which was nice. I'm gonna do, well, I need to do some packaging tomorrow, but as I say, I did some yesterday. Might have been Boxing Day. It was either yesterday or Boxing Day I did packaging, but I had a few days break anyway, so it was alright. I think I didn't package on the Friday, and I definitely didn't package on the Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So yeah, I had like 3 or 4 days break from it, and that's all I need really. You know, I'm very, very quick to sort of get back into action. Like, all I need is like a day break, and then I'm back in. You know, I just sometimes need a little bit, just a little bit of time, and then I'm well back on it again, because I really do enjoy my work. I love what I do. So, you know, the only thing that bugs me is in Q4 is the packaging. You know, I do get to the stage, and I've said this so many times, I'm like a broken record, but so many times, you know, I've said it, I don't like the packaging when I get to a certain point in Q4, and it's normally around the 16th, 17th of December when I'm starting to hate the packaging, because there's just so much of it to do. So I always need that nice little break in between sort of, you know, Christmas and New Year, or just around Christmas time, even just for 2, 3, 4 days, that's it, and then I'm back in, and I can package loads again, and I'm fine, and I'm reset. But obviously next week we've got New Year's Day on Monday, I think it is. So Monday I won't be posting out, so that's nice. So I don't need to package on the Sunday. I could package on like Monday, Tuesday time. I don't really do a lot for New Year's Day anyway, so I'll probably just do a bit of packaging on New Year's Day and then get it sent out on the Tuesday. So it's quite nice, because it means I don't have to pack on the Sunday, so I can have like, I'll pack, what I'll do is I'll probably pack on tomorrow, and then do like Saturday, Sunday off packing, maybe even Monday off packing, get a good 3 days off packing, and then you know, start up again Tuesday. Or as I say, I might do some late Monday, but I don't know. I'll see how I am. See if I can be bothered doing it on Monday or not. Right then, where are we in the chat? Hitman UK, how's Bitcoin going? Well, I'm not going to ramble on this for too long, because I've got a video coming out tomorrow, actually a tutorial video on the site that I'm invested in, actually, with regards to cryptocurrency and stuff like that. So you can watch that video if you'd like to invest in the site. It's going to be like a tutorial, but if you don't want to invest in the site, then that's fine. Obviously just don't watch the video. So anyway, with that being said, yeah, it's gone through a correction. It went all the way, it spiked at 20k. It went for a massive correction right the way down to, I think its low was just over 10k, something like that. And then we've come back up a little bit to about 16k. We'll come back down now. I've actually got it on my screen there. 14,000 we're at now. So what I'm hoping for now is we either go down to about 8k, 8 or 9k, and then get an even more, you know, even better pullback, and then, or better correction. And then what we do is we what's known as consolidate. So we just go sideways for a little bit. The price stays where it is for a few days or a week or 2 weeks or so, and then we start slowly going back up. That's kind of what I would like to see. Or if it doesn't go down to like 8, 9k, what I want to see is it basically just consolidating at this level, and there's not too much price volatility. So we're just like consolidating around 14k, 14.5k, maybe 15k for a while, and then we slowly go back up. But you know, it's really hard to predict with Bitcoin. You don't know where you stand with it. You know, even like what would be, you know, who would be considered experts at cryptocurrency, they don't even know, because it is that new. We don't know how volatile this price action could be. It could just go straight up now, or it could just rocket right down to like 2k and then go right back up. It's so volatile, it's so different, it's so yeah, just so different to like the stock market and traditional investments, that because it's so new. That's why, because it's so fresh and there's so much going on, so much buzz around it, that really does affect the volatility. But I do think like in years and years to come, you know, a few years time, the volatility will calm down a little bit, but it's going to be volatile for a few years yet, I think. But anyway, I won't ramble too much more on that, because as I say, I'm doing cryptocurrency videos separately now anyway, so I'm just going to, you know, once every couple of weeks, maybe once a week, something like that. I don't know quite time scale, but I'll just do a video on that anyway. So if you want to ask me any cryptocurrency vid, just like whack them down below, a comment down below on this video or any other video, and I'll get to them in the actual cryptocurrency videos, so that then I'm not boring my usual reseller audience with cryptocurrency. So yeah, anyway, we'll leave that there. Hey ads, just joined to watch. How was your Xmas? Oh, hi there, UK Devils. Now, if you haven't subscribed to UK Devils, he's in the chat right now, so go and find his little picture. It's like a little picture of a devil or something on his icon, and click the 3 dots. I think it's the 3 dots near his name. Click the 3 dots, yeah, and then click go to channel, because he is a UK reseller. I don't know whether, I was going to say he's a new UK reseller, but or a new UK reseller YouTuber, I should say, but I don't know. He might have been doing YouTube for a few months, and I've just sort of not caught up with him, or not actually seen his channel. But I know he's been doing reselling for a few months at least, or maybe even a year or something. So yeah, go and check him out. I watched one of his videos not long ago, and yeah, just go over there, check him out, and subscribe, help him out a little bit. Hopefully he'll get a few subscribers off that. Also, that while I'm here, while I'm shouting out channels, there is another channel that I have been watching for about 2 months now, and it's reselling related. And it's called, the guy is called Walter on the channel, or well, it's either Walter or Edward, because some people call it Edward and then other people call him Walter, so I'm not sure which is his like real name or which is his nickname or something, but that's beside the point. The channel name is Antiques Arena, and I believe it's all one word, like, you know, all strung along in one word. And he does like antiques, well, obviously like antiques videos, collectible videos. He's only got like well, I say only because I've only got 1,800, but he's got 800 subscribers, and honestly, he deserves like 10, 15, 20, 50k subscribers. The amount of knowledge he has, and the amount of things he's just taught me, even just by watching his videos for a few weeks or a couple of months or whatever it's been, is incredible. So go over there, subscribe to him as well, if you're into the whole antiques, collectibles kind of thing, or even if you're not. To be honest, a lot of his videos are quite funny, and we do have a laugh. You know, it's himself and his friend called Sandra who do the videos, and we have a right laugh in the videos, so it's even just good entertainment really. But yeah, so I did want to do that. I wanted to shout him out, so I'm glad I've done that as well. So there's your shout outs for the day anyway. Yay, knew you wouldn't let us down. No, I know, I am going to wear it, David. I'll wear it next week. I didn't even, to be honest, I've lost track of the days this week. I completely forgot I was doing Thursday talks today. It's gone so quick. I'm like, what day is it? Is it Thursday? And obviously my mum and dad are off, so that confuses things, because normally they're in work on set days, so, you know, it makes me even more confused as what day is it. And I always, whenever my mum and dad are off, I always just assume it's a Saturday, so every day is a Saturday. So yeah, I just wasn't really prepared today at all, but yeah, I will be wearing it next week anyway, so that's fine. Ads is talking about Bitcoin. Oh great, another funny pun on Bitcoin. We've had Buckcoin and Bitcoin now. Oh, that's great. Crypto Tech UK going to the moon in 2018. Well, I'm all for it going to the moon, but I haven't a clue. I mean, it could. I mean, it's limited supply and all that sort of stuff. More people are coming into it every day. It makes sense by the basic laws of supply and demand from Adam Smith in this 18th century, 1700s. Basic supply and demand states that if you've not got that much supply, but you've got a lot of demand, then the price must go up. So, you know, basic supply and demand, it does correlate with that. So yeah, you know, for me personally, I do think it is going up, and I see no reason why it shouldn't keep going up, unless there is some sort of massive correction, like really low correction, that would give us a little bit of fear in the market. But I don't know, I don't think that would happen, you know, I really don't. Like, I honestly really don't think that's going to happen. So with that being said, I do think it's going to continue going up. Sib K, good to see you. Oh, here we go, got do it yourself lifestyle in there. Ryan, hi there. Oh, I needed to ask you a question actually, Ryan. I'll Instagram you later on. I was going to ask you a question last night or the other day or something. I don't know. But yeah, I need to ask you a question. So I'm sorry, I'm just looking at the chat and trying to go down, but I can't. Can't believe that. Yeah, I know. Hitman UK says, can't believe there's a live stream without Peter Ray. I know, I can't believe it either. When he popped up in the chat, I just thought, oh right, yeah, Peter's in, that's great, because he's normally the first in. And then he said, obviously, he can't join, so I was quite sad, because he's like the one person, well, I'd say there's other people who have been in every single Thursday Talks, but he's like, since I've been going live for Thursday Talks and not doing recorded ones, I think he's been the one person who's been in like every single episode in the chat. So yeah, pretty cool. Ryan can answer now. 2 sheep is enough, ads. 2 sheep is enough. How do you mean? 2 sheep? What do you mean? No, right, I need to ask him privately, because it's like, I don't know whether I want to say it on YouTube or not. It's not a weird question or anything. It's just about something to do with RA, so I don't want to talk to you about it on YouTube because you know, it's RA, and I don't like talking about RA on YouTube because then everyone gets involved in it. So yeah, it's not about product or anything, but I just don't like talking about RA too much on YouTube because other people might get annoyed as well that I'm blurting out RA secrets or something. So I don't want to do that, and I don't like you know, I don't like oh, what's the word, sort of putting my foot in it with regards to other people, you know, or stepping on their toes or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, come back, Peter Ray, and buy something off Adslot. Peter did go pop in first before having to do something to do. Yeah, he had yeah, he's gone out with his family or something, I think he's doing today. So yeah, I hope he enjoys that anyway. No, that is not it, Ryan. No, why do we have to descend into anarchy on that chat? It's terrible. Every week there's someone trying to get me off course or something like that. Yeah, so anyway, more questions in the chat if you would like. Oh, I wanted to talk about, that's the other thing that I forgot to talk about at the start. Inventory sweep. I call it an inventory sweep because I think that's so cool. It's kind of like supermarket sweep. And it just sounds cool, inventory sweep. You can call it an inventory cleanup, you can call it an inventory purge, whatever you want to call it. But I do now an inventory sweep, as I call it, in January and July. Now, if you're involved with Amazon FBA, you will know that long-term storage fees, I believe it's August and February. Now, I hope I'm right on that. But I'm pretty sure I'm right on that. But I always sometimes doubt myself with these numbers and dates and stuff. But I believe long-term storage fees for Amazon are August and February. So I think I've got that right. So basically, I've kind of copied, or not copied, but I've kind of taken inspiration from Amazon's system of long-term storage fees. Now, the beautiful thing, whether you like it or not, the beautiful thing about Amazon's long-term storage fees is it forces you to clean up your inventory and get rid of crap that isn't selling and then get it shipped back to you. Basically, long-term storage fees is Amazon's way of saying, this shit isn't selling, you've got to get it back to your own house. You know, we don't want it in our warehouse anymore. That's basically the principle of long-term storage fee. That's what they're doing. They want all the sellers to have a good, strong, sellable inventory, and that's what we should want as sellers. But what I took from that is, I thought to myself, well, every January and every July, and I did it last year, and I'm in the mindset that I'm going to do it every year. So in January and in July, I have an inventory sweep. Now what I do is I go through my entire inventory in terms of physically. Like, I go through it physically, and I sort things out, I tidy things up, I put things in the right places. I then do, I pick out all the things out of my inventory, physically pick out all the things I think that sat there for too long, that's no good, that's there might even be a couple of things in there that for whatever reason have become damaged in storage and things like that. So it's always good to go through your inventory once or twice a year, because things do get damaged in storage. You know, I mean, I think I've only had it once or twice really, but some things do that. And if you've got them sat on your shelf listed, and then you go to pick it when it's sold and it's damaged or whatever, then that could be a bit of a bad thing really. So you know, I go through and I take out all my sticky stock, I take out all this stuff, and then I bring it up to my room. I bring it to my room, and I then take all the items off eBay. I rebundle stuff up if I feel that it's worth another shot in a different bundle. I take some stuff to the charity, all that sort of stuff. So I am doing that, and I wanted to talk about that because I do think it's a very, very good idea. There's no point in clinging for the last penny for something that has been sat for years upon years upon years upon years. Now, there are certain niches, there are certain things that will sit forever and ever and ever. Those things are the things that you are waiting for the right buyer. So, you know, things like very, very unusual antiques, or I know that another niche that's quite slow just generally is studio pottery. Studio pottery, unless you get some really, really amazing sought after piece, a lot of it, you know, even if it's a decorative piece, can be quite slow to sell. So things like that I just leave. I don't mind them being on for a while, you know, as long as they're not really big and bulky. I don't mind them being on for a while. But I've kind of adopted Amazon's sort of long-term storage fee method of wheedling out the crap and done it for myself on eBay, and it really does help. And I tell you what, when you've done it, you feel so much better because you know that your inventory is as strong as it can be. There's no crap in there. I mean, last year what I did was I had a load of £2, £3, £4 items on in my inventory. So last year was all about getting rid of the lower value items, so I took off all the lower value items. This year I won't need to do that as much because I don't have many lower value items. But next year, what I might think to myself, I'm still unsure on this, but I'm thinking to myself, next year I might go through my inventory, and then anything that is even £10, I want it rebundling up or something happening with it, you know, or slightly reduce the price or whatever to get rid of it, and then start to do only, you know, £20 plus items or something like that. But I'm still undecided on that. I still have to do a bit of a workaround of whether I want to do that, because, you know, if I'm doing that, I may as well not just like take them off eBay. I may as well just start picking up £20 items plus, which I am doing slowly now anyway. But I just feel like every time I do this inventory sweep, it's very, very good. Very cleansing for the mind. You feel like you're advancing. You feel, and the good thing is, and I'll tell you this, when I stopped doing lower value items and when I cleaned up my inventory last year and I got rid of those slower selling items, over the course of about I'd say about 3 months, something like that. Actually, that might have been July of 20. No, it wasn't. It was, you know, I think it was January of 2016. But over the course of a certain amount of time. Hang on, what, last year? Wait, one minute, yeah. January of 2016 that was, not January of 2017. Sorry, I'm getting confused with dates, but it was January 2016, and I did this inventory cleanup, and within about 3 months or so, I wasn't putting on the same amount of lower value items. I was putting on higher value items, and not only was I putting on higher value items, but I was actually putting on better quality items, because I had done my inventory cleanup, and I thought to myself, right, I'm not putting any more crap on. I want to really try and you know, get that average sale price up or average listing price up, and also don't pick up like the general markets that are flooded, you know, board games and things like that. If the vintage ones, then that's fine, and all this sort of stuff, or other different areas. I really looked into it. And I tell you, within about 3 months, I was doing less work, and I still remain to do less work. I don't list. In 2015 and early 2016, or just shy of early 2016, I was listing like 20 items, 25 items a day, and they were all like £3, £4, £5, £6 minifigures. Now, I list like 10 items a day, and I'm doing way, way more turnover and profit than, you know, a year ago or so. So it is really, really good to do that. So I'm really looking forward to it this year. You know, I always look forward to it. I think it's a great mental thing, a very, very positive thing. So yeah, I just wanted to explain that, and maybe you could take some ideas from that or some inspiration. And I do think that with eBay, you do have the tendency to let your inventory just sit there and just pile more stuff on, pile more stuff on, pile more stuff on. And then what happens is you have such a big inventory that you can't spend the time and go back through that entire inventory. And then the crap items that are within that inventory just sit there and sit there and sit there and sit there. And I don't really feel that's really that good. You know, I think that if you're selling certain items, like as I say, if you're selling unusual antiques or something like that, that have, you know, that are just going to sit there for a long time anyway because you're trying to find that right buyer, that's another story. But if you have just like really just crap listings that, you know, mass-produced things that really don't hold any value, the market's flooded and they're just sat on there forever and ever and ever, that's what I'm talking about. That isn't particularly the best thing. So anyway, you might take some inspiration from that, I'm not sure. Right then, where are we? Adam, where have you been? Oh, Adam Adam was in the chat before. He was one of the first in the chat. Right then, David McGregor says stock take. That's exactly what it is. I didn't even think of a word, but I don't like the word stock take. It's very, you know what it sounds like? I'll tell you what it sounds like. It sounds like I'm in a business school and I'm sat down in my little chair, you know, those little American, you know, singular square sort of schoolboy type desks, and you're all in a line, and then there's someone on the board, you know, there's a teacher on the board all in a black suit, and they're teaching you and it's all boring and stuff. So I don't work in stock take. I call it an inventory sweep because it's like supermarket sweep, you know, it sounds cool. And don't forget, we all own our own businesses. We're all self-employed, so always be the person you want to be within your business. Don't you know, don't let anything drag you down. Always feel like you can be yourself in your business. So that's why I call things by different names, and I even make up words sometimes because it's funny. And that's because myself is coming through, you know. I mean, when I say I make up words, I don't make up words on my listings. What I mean is I just make up words and just talk like random words because it's funny. But what I'm trying to say is just be yourself in your business. You know, you've not got a boss there to make you conform or anything like that. Just be yourself and just let it flow. But ultimately, have the motivation to do the work. Don't just like be yourself and just sat there and just like not do any work. You've got to do some work, but you know, in terms of being yourself, just be yourself while you're doing your work. That's what I would say. Right, we'll go down the chat a little bit now. I've done a bit of rambling. Where are we? Question: any sales on eBay or Amazon on Xmas Day? Yes, we did talk about this before. Maybe you weren't in the chat, Ryan, before when I said this. I did like 170, 180 on Christmas Day, so I was quite happy with that. You know, like, considering that Christmas Day, I'd say Christmas Day last year wasn't as good as that. I don't remember it being outstanding. I can't exactly remember what I did. I could put, well, actually, no, I couldn't even, I don't think I, oh yeah, I could probably go back and see how much I did. I don't know whether I could go back on eBay that far, but it doesn't really matter. No, I don't think it was as much as, sorry, I don't think it was as less as last year, so I think it was more this year. And yeah, I was quite happy, you know. I mean, sales didn't really start coming in till later on, and that does play along with my theory that I was just saying, you know, a few minutes back, that I do think more people are online at Christmas night time, and that's when you might have, you know, more sales, because people have got the money in their hand from Christmas, got the tablet, got the phone or whatever from the computer, they're searching for a bargain. So I don't know, but obviously night times are generally better, of what I've found anyway, regardless. I mean, even if it's like middle of the year in July or whatever, people, you know, if people are working all day, the majority of the population are working 9 to 5 or 9 to 6, something like that, then what's going to happen is more people are going to be online browsing sites like Amazon, eBay on the night time, you know. So I would say there's many people that would say different times. I always think of prime time as like 7 till 10. Some people call it 9 till 11. Other people have heard it called 8 till 10. but generally that sort of time, I always just say like 7 till 10 is around, because you know, people get in from work, they have the tea or whatever, then they start sitting down at 7 o'clock, watch a bit of TV or something on the phone. So I always think 7 till 10 is like kind of at prime time. It doesn't always work like that, you know, night times aren't always better, but just, I would say if you assessed it over a year and you wrote down all your sales on all the days and all the exact times, I think you would, you know, if you went to that length, which I would never do to that length, but if you did that, then I would say a good percentage of your sales will be, you know, in between that 7 and 10 o'clock range in the evening or in the night. So yeah, that's just what I kind of feel anyway. Bacon double cheese XL meal is the dog's bollocks from Burger King. Oh my god. Oh great. Is that what you had for Christmas dinner then, David? Oh no, I'm only joking. Buncrack Figure said, I made up a word once, villigan. Now that is such a cool word. Villigan. Someone who is a villain and a hooligan. Oh, that is such a cool word, that is, yeah. I used to say, and I don't know whether other people say this, but I used to say all the time on text message or on Facebook Messenger, tamarzipan. And what I was meaning is tomorrow, just tamarzipan. I don't even know where that came from. Maybe I heard it from someone, but just meaning tomorrow, so tamarzipan, so T-O and then marzipan. I don't, it's really weird that. I don't even know where that came from, but yeah. Right, I think we're at the bottom of the chat. I can't believe I've kept up with this chat. It's crazy. Normally I don't keep up with the chat, but I suppose I go off I normally go off on one of them weird rambles, so yeah, the chat always gets really backed up. I reckon most of my sales are from 6 till around 9 PM. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that's probably about right as well. But as I say, there's a lot of controversy. Well, not controversy. That's a bit too much of an outlandish word to use in this situation. But there is some debate, let's say, on what that sort of prime time is in the evening. But it doesn't really matter. Whatever you think really is. I would say anywhere from after 6 would be considered that sort of prime time. Maybe up until 11, but you know, it really depends. I have a lot of, the reason I look into this as well is because I do more auctions now, a lot of auctions now on a Sunday night. So I have a lot of Sunday auctions finishing. Less so in the last last 3 weeks, but all the way from like, I think I started doing it in like August, September, and all the way through I've been really doing a lot of auctions. And yeah, I've been intrigued by this theory of what prime time is in the evening for eBay sales, because obviously I want to know what's the best time to finish these auctions. Now, I always try and finish them around 9 o'clock, something like that. Now, between sort of anywhere between about 8 and 10, I finish my auctions. But yeah, I think that is a decent time. I think that's got to be around the right time on a Sunday to finish your auction. So that's why I wanted to talk about it really, because I am intrigued about what that actually is and what other people kind of think it is. Ryan made his clothes slave lady work on Xmas Day. You didn't, Ryan. No, you didn't. You didn't, Ryan. You didn't make her work on Xmas Day. You gotta give her a lot of money to work on Xmas Day. Isn't it like double time or triple time on Xmas Day? Oh my god. Well, no, actually, would you have to do that? I don't know what the law would be with that. I don't know. Would you have to do that? But I would do it anyway out of just kindness because it's Christmas Day, you know? But, yeah, I don't know whether you have to do... I don't know. Is it a legal right to have to... Yeah, you have to pay your employees like double on Xmas Day or triple? I've never even thought about that, actually. I've just heard people when they've been working Christmas Day saying they're getting double time or triple time. And I don't know, that's pretty... Yeah, it's pretty interesting actually to think about that. Have you rang your cabinet yet to find out what's been going on? I'm ringing today. I was meant to ring this morning, but I got my head down into sorting all this stuff. I've got about 40 items ready to photograph, so going to do a bit more sorting this afternoon and then get up to like 50, 60 items and then get photographing. So I do need to ring. It's open till 5 though, so I can ring this afternoon. And what I was gonna do was I was gonna go down, but I think I may as well just go down in the new year. I've paid my rent for this month, so I'll just go down in the new year, pay my rent for January then. see what's happening, see what's crack-a-lacking. Or actually, I might not pay my rent for January. I don't know, because the reason I say I might not pay my rent for January is I don't know whether I'm gonna sort of just pull out of the cabinet or what. I need to think about that, actually. That's something I need to think about as well. Or I might try January with the rent and then do it in Feb, but it seems like I'm just going on and on and on, like it's a means to an end, really. So I do think I need to, you know, either just pull out or continue with it and try and get inside and stuff like that. But I'm not going to go into that anymore. I've talked to death about that as well on the channel. But yeah, so I do need to ring them, and I'll just ring them today and just find out what I've made. Hopefully it'll be over the blooming rent amount, but I'm not holding out any hope because the last few months haven't been very good. Ryan, let's hear out the basement for an hour as Ryan lets her out the basement for an hour. Oh, I thought you said Ryan lets the basement out then. I thought, who's he letting the basement out? Ryan lets her out the basement for an hour as a Xmas treat. Right, okay. Oh, right, okay, it was a joke then. I get it. Okay, that's alright. Ring them live to find out. Like, no, I'm not doing that. God, no. Well, ring them in a bit. I'll ring them in a bit. Although, I was thinking sometime soon. So I'm updating my computer, obviously, and I've talked loads about that, so I'm not going to talk about that much. But I'm also going to be updating my phone sometime after I've updated my computer. So what I am thinking I might do is keep this phone, or like sell this phone and then get a little crappy phone, and then we can do like a Thursday Talks call-in show. So I can have a different phone, so I'm not giving away my number, obviously, because I wouldn't want to do that, because then I just get random people calling me every day. So yeah, I might do that, and then we could have some sort of Thursday Talks calling show. But I have been thinking about that. It was an idea that someone had in the chat. I'm sorry, I can't remember who it was who had that idea. Maybe it was yourself, Ryan, I don't know. But yeah, I have been thinking about that quite a lot. I would quite like to do that. But the only problem is, like, if I get stuck answering a question, I'm like, well, I don't know. I haven't a clue. So, you know, I'm on the phone here to a guy or a girl or whoever, you know, whoever it is. And then he ask me a really complicated question. I'm like, oh, I don't know. You're going to have to ring someone else. So, yeah, that would be pretty funny, but I don't know. I don't know. Right, rumour has it there may be George. Keep June free. Oh, right, sorry. Question. Will there be a... right, I get it. I thought that's what we were referring to. Question. Will there be a reseller meetup in the UK this year? Lots of chat, but will it actually happen? No, there is a lot of chat, but I know that David's on the case. I know that David's been... I know Nick told everyone on his channel that David was getting that sorted. So I have total trust in David that he'll sort something. And he's popped up as well saying... rumour has it there maybe George, keep June free. So yeah, there might be, so that'd be pretty cool. I don't know where it is, but I know that it's like there's been talk of Birmingham and London, I think, so it'll probably be one of them two. I don't know whether David wants to disclose that information today, but yeah, it'll be somewhere like that. I think they're trying to make it somewhere central or like a big city, something like that. Question, has December been as good as you expected, ads? Let down or good month? I wouldn't say let down. I wouldn't say hit my target and I'm really astounded. I would say it's a good month, don't get me wrong, it's a good month. It's been a good month. It's been better than last year, like by a fair bit. Not by loads, but by a fair bit. As I say, probably about £1,000, something like that. I think I talked about this on last week's episode. I've still got a few days to go, so I'm going to have to do more calculations to actually get, you know, my actual figures and stuff like that before I actually know myself. But it wasn't my 10,000 target, as I've said so many times. But it wasn't terrible because it was better than last year. So I can't say it was a letdown. I can't say it was a stellar month. It's just somewhere in between, just like a half decent good month. That's about it. But next year, I've already started accumulating stuff for next year. I'm actually looking at a pile of stuff over there for next year. I've probably got already about at least 30 items for next year. and I am determined next year to really make some good money. I'm just hoping, fingers crossed, that Amazon does not gate off Lego next year. I'm really fingers crossed that I get one more year of easy going, easy selling with Lego before they gate us all off and then all hell breaks loose. Because let me tell you something right now. I know this is not the right thing to say to new people, but there's a lot of things once you're established and once you know what you're doing. There's a lot of very easy ways to sell, especially on Amazon nowadays, and I can see in the next 2 years that it's gonna, next 2-3 years, it's gonna get a whole lot harder. So I'll tell you something, we have it really easy now. I mean, I didn't take the full opportunity this Q4. I should have done. I should have piled in that Lego. I should have piled in loads of other stuff. And I did do that. You know, I did have a lot of Lego, but I didn't have as much as maybe I should have done. So I'm hoping next year, if you don't gate it off, I'll have one more easygoing year of just shoving a load of new and sealed stuff up there, nice and easy. Whack it all in there, get a load of good money, and then year after, I can re-establish where I'm at and adapt my business to suit what Amazon are doing, really. Because you know, you have to adapt to the surroundings. And I know that at some point that's coming, so yeah, I'm just hoping that I've got one more year left. I'm just hoping, you know, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. There's nothing confirmed or denied yet, so no news is good. No news is good news. So we'll just have to see what Amazon are doing with these restrictions next year. But you know, we'll see. I'll leave it at that anyway. My mind is gone, David. I'm 21 now and had enough. You're not 21. Ryan, you are not 21. I'm 21 now. You don't mean aged. You know, you're not 21. I know you're not 21. I know you're not 21. I don't know your exact age, and I won't say it on video anyway, but even if I did, but I know you're not that young. I know you're young, but you're not that young. Hi, Kaylee Louise. I think you said it on a snap. No, I know what you did. I think you said it on Zahir's when you were on were you on the chat one time or something. I think you said your age on that, but I can't remember. I can't remember quite what it was. But you weren't 21. Right then, where are we? It's happening at Ad's house. His mum is doing the catering. No, you're not. How many people would be coming? Jesus, that'd be crazy, that would, if that happened. Right, let's quickly go up the chat. I think I missed something then. I've actually been really good on the chat today. So, wow, 30 days of reseller meetups. Amazing. Oh, right. Wow, 30 days of reseller meetups. Why? What do you mean 30 days of reseller meetups? There's not going to be 30 meetups in 30 days, is there, or something? I don't know. I have no clue. Right then. You've just disclosed it. Oh yeah, that's really funny actually. Yes, okay. When I was saying, I don't know whether David wants to disclose the information, but I think it's going to be in Birmingham or London. I actually just disclosed. That is so funny. That is so funny. I didn't even think about that when I was saying it there. Right, where are we? Hi everyone. Glad I can catch the stream tonight. Tonight it's day, isn't it? My mind is got. Oh, I've already read that. Right, I think we're cool. I think that's the chat sorted. So yeah, drop any questions in. I've not got anything else to talk about, I don't think. I mean, we'll end it a little bit early if you want today, because we're still about 10 minutes left. But if there's no more, oh, Ryan is 21 mentally. Oh, I get it. Yeah. Hey, has Christmas season been as busy as you have hoped? Well, I just answered that question actually, Kaylee. Well, I kind of answered a variant of it. As I said, for me it was kind of in between. It wasn't, I didn't hit my real big target, but it was a big target I set, and I didn't hit that, but I did better than last year by a fair bit. So I'm quite, I'm quite happy. I'm content, but I'm not like really mega excited about what I've done, because it wasn't that target. So we'll see. I mean, we've still got a couple of days left. I know, I mean, I have to get a lot of money in turnover and in profit for the next couple of days to really have any impact on my mum. So you know, it's, you know, if I do my standard usual amounts the next few days, and I kind of can predict somewhat where I am. So yeah, quite happy with that anyway. You know, I'm quite happy, but next year I will be really stepping it up again. And I see a lot, and I know I said this the other day, the other week, I said don't compare yourself to others, but I do see other people, and I know what I'm doing right now. I'm comparing myself to others, and I shouldn't, but I do contradict myself quite a lot. But I see other people, and they're on loads of different shows on YouTube, reselling related shows, and they say, oh well, I'm in my second quarter four, I'm in my third quarter four, and I did 500,000 in sales last year or whatever. Now, fair enough, they're doing RA or something like that, but it's like, well, I've had the same amount of time as them. I'm in my third Q4 now. I've had the same amount of time as them. Why am I not doing that much? You know, it does make you think. It does make you think, well, why haven't I pushed myself to that level? And I'm not directly comparing myself to them. I'm just saying, why couldn't I have done that for myself? Why couldn't I have used my time better to get to that level for myself? I'm not directly saying, you know, that I should be exactly like what they're doing, but I do feel like in terms of some numbers, I maybe should be doing a little bit more than I am doing now. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I'm doing well for the 3 years I've had, but you know, and anyone would say that, but I always want to strive for more. That's the problem, and that's all it is really. I just want to, and I think if you don't have that mentality in business, then there wouldn't be any growth. So I suppose thinking like that, thinking that you're always striving for better, you're always striving for more, you're always hungry for more profit, you're always hungry for more items, you're always hungry to expand your business. I think it is a good mentality to have. Ads, you don't know, you could get a 20k loan tomorrow and turn over 100k with it, but you'd need 40k profit to make it worthwhile. Yes, but yeah, I suppose so. Yeah. You don't know where the money comes from. Yeah, very true. Yeah, I mean, like people who are doing a really large amount of, and again, it's like people who are doing a really large amount of turnover. A lot of those people, funnily enough, not all of them, but a lot of those people who say, oh, I did 500,000 in sales, I did 1 million in sales, I did 100,000 in sales. If you notice, a lot of those people don't disclose the profit, they generally disclose the turnover. And maybe it's because their profit isn't, like their profit is like 5% or something, or 2%, or really terribly bad. You don't know, but you do see it as an onlooker and you think, wow, that is a lot of money, and I've had the same amount of time as them, so why have I not pushed myself to get to that stage? I mean, for me personally, it's because I've got a different business model. A lot of these people that I'm talking about are, you know, FBA doing OA or RA, so, you know, it is big numbers. I started off doing eBay, I started off doing unique items from car boots, you know, used items, things like that. So it's a totally different business model, so you can't compare, you're not comparing like with like there really, you're comparing an apple to an orange basically. But yeah, so where are we? Southwest Style is in the chat. Hi there, Gary. Missed the start, the missus is off work, had to do the house stuff that normally gets left for the last hour before she gets home. No problem, hopefully you'll be able to do some listing. Have you got any listings to do today, Gary, actually? You're in no debt, are you? Some people who turn over 300-400k might be in 100k of debt. It's all numbered. No, I'm not in any debt, which is really good. So I suppose, yeah, you know, I suppose there it is, you know. I'm going to put my hand on my heart and tell you my greatest regret. When I started reselling, I listened to too many people and became disheartened. We know sweet FA about anyone else's situation. Very true. And it's like, you know, what I said last week about not comparing yourself to others. It's very hard. And, you know, as I say, like I've just talked about there, I look at those people and somewhat I am comparing myself to them. It's very hard not to compare yourself to others, but you do have to have that strength to try and just remove yourself and do it in your way and look at your numbers, and if your numbers are what you want them to look like, then that's fine. But as I say, it's very, very, very hard to not compare yourself to others. So yeah, he is in debt. He owes me 20 quid. Oh yeah, I owe you 20 quid. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, sorry for the giveaway. Yeah, I need your. What did I say? Yeah, did we even resolve that on message? I don't even know, but yeah, if we've not resolved that, then I need your PayPal email. Online arbitrage. Oh, someone said. James Kenley says, I know RA, but what is OA? Right, so RA, you know, is retail arbitrage. Arbitrage in French means judgment, because basically what you're doing is you're buying from retail stores, scanning the items in, judging whether there is enough of a margin to sell it on Amazon or eBay. So retail arbitrage, basically just retail judgment. And then online arbitrage is where you're doing the same things from maybe even the same retail stores, but you're not doing it physically going to the stores. You're actually doing it on their online sites, like Argos's online site, Lego Shop at Home, loads of different sites, Sainsbury's, The Entertainer, all these different sites, or Nike's online site. It doesn't have to be toys or anything, but yeah, online arbitrage is just judging whether a product that you're buying online is worth the margin to then send it to Amazon or sell it on eBay and get a profit. So yeah, that's what that is. I hear a lot of people talk about like RA and OA, and they never talk about what arbitrage actually means, because it's a very funny word. It's a French word, you see. So whenever I talk about it, I actually explain to people what the word arbitrage means, because they get a bit confused with that word, and if no one ever explains it to them, they don't know. So yeah, just wearing the stuff next week will be fine, ads. No need to send the money. Oh right, okay. Yeah, I will wear it. I'll get them up now, actually. Well, that sounds wrong for the things we're talking about, but yeah, anyway. So do you want to see what David got me? Actually, was this one was yours, David, wasn't it? The thingy one. This one was yours, right? I don't know. I think this was David's, because I got one from David and one from Fake Rachel, and apparently I've got to wear them both together, but I don't even think that is going to be possible. So if there's any kids watching or anything like that, if you've got, you know, if you're watching with kids, turn them out of the room now, turn them away or something now, because you won't want to really see this, because it's a bit adult, let's say. Right then, do-it-yourself lifestyle. For a split second, I literally did a double take. Sorry, I'm reading it off this small chat here now. It better have tassels. No, it doesn't have tassels. Right, I'll show you it. This is what David got me for Christmas. How lovely. Can you see that there? Can you see that? I'm struggling to get the thing there. Yes, well that says a little bad naughty word there, and that is what it is. So yeah, have a good laugh at that. And then Rachel got me this one. Now, can you see it's in the middle there? That there. I don't even know how I'm wearing these together. There's no way I'm wearing these together. But, yeah. So, yeah, thank you for my presents, David and Rachel. And thank you for daring me to wear them on Thursday Talks. That is really, really good. I mean, how can you take someone... how can you take someone who's trying to be a bit professional, professionally... That was terrible. I worded that terribly wrong. But I mean, how can you take someone in a professional manner if they're wearing things like that? That's what I mean. You know, how... I mean, there might be a new person to the channel watching next week while I'm in that, and I've got to explain to them about reselling and stuff and try and look a bit professional. And there we go. And they see me in that. It's terrible. Terrible. Right then. Where are we? It's an ads, Dom. Oh my god. You're too big for that ads. We always get more than we bargain for. Thank you, ads. It's not me. It's David and Rachel. This wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for them. And they say I'm weird. I tell you. Every week people say I'm weird, I'm eccentric, I'm different. It's not me, it's everyone else. Everyone else is the weird ones. Right then, Shelstewin says, come on ads, put them on. No. We will do it next week. I'll give you a full week to get really revved up for it, really excited, and we'll do it next week. But I don't know. I'm gonna try them on beforehand because I don't know whether I'll be able to put them both on at the same time, and I can't exactly swap them over and like I can't exactly swap them over in the chat, like get changed out. I don't know. Maybe I can. I don't know. I'm trying to. Requires 4 AA batteries. That just makes it sound even weirder. No, I don't know. I might wear like this one and then wear the other one the week after or something. I don't know, because I don't know whether I'll be able to get changed out of them or not. Maybe I will be able to, but I don't know. Right then, ads is normal. We are all weird. Yeah, exactly. Laters, lovely people. See you again soon. Thanks for joining, Adam. Hopefully I'll see you next week. If not, you can always have a laugh on the replay next week because it'll be a funny one. Right then, so I think I'll leave it there then because quite a few, oh no, a couple of people or 1 or 2 people are going now. I'll quickly just scroll up the chat, see what we've got up the chat, and then that's about it. And then I will say goodbye. Safe sex comedy short. No, you don't even want to know what my idea for my next comedy short is. It's a bit of a funny one, It involved nudity and things like that, but don't worry, I'm going to put that mosaic thing. You know when people blur out people's faces? Well, on my editing software, I actually have the ability to do that, which is really cool. Because that was like a really big thing about that editing software. I really do love that. It's called mosaic or however you say it. So yeah, I'll be blurring out bits and stuff, but that's my plan. I need to write it first. I've not wrote it yet because it's going to be my most ambitious one, and it's probably going to be a bit longer, probably like sort of 10-minute range, 10-15 minute range. But we'll see. I've got got all the characters ready. I've got things in place in that respect. I just need to actually get, well, not, I was going to say pen to paper, but I'm not writing it with a pen, I'm writing it on my computer. But no, I just need to get my head down and get working on it because it's going to be really exciting. I just need all the things, all the ideas to come into place and stuff. So yeah, anyway, I'll leave it there then, guys. We've been about an hour, so hope you enjoyed the chat today. There will be, as I say, a cryptocurrency video coming tomorrow. There will be, I will try and do like a haul video sometime next week. And what else is going to be coming? Oh, and also there'll be a Lego investing video of some sort coming as well in the next week or so. And then I'll try and do another sales update at some point as well, because I've been trying to get on top of a few more videos recently because, you know, I had a bit of a lull period a few weeks back and now I'm trying to start up a bit more again, so we'll see. But I've also got that big inventory sweep to do, so that's going to take a couple of days, so yeah, I'll just have to kind of work around that really. Yeah, anyway, so I'll leave it there, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and if you did enjoy it, please do give it a like. Thank you for everyone in the chat for participating as usual, and yeah, see you all soon.